Condoms. Does everybody know what a condom is? We're going to get you Lee Zeldin, head of the environment, head of environmental, the environmental group.
A very lethargic looking, low energy, cognitively addled Donald Trump just gave a press conference in Florida. He forgot the name of his Homeland Security Secretary, Kristi Noem. He then went on to accidentally throw Elon Musk under the bus. You can see that he was struggling up there. Total disaster. Let me show you first. Again, you'll see how kind of slow he's going right here. And he just calls Kristi Noem Kristi. Here, play this clip.
Came from all over, and they were allowed to come into our country. And we're getting them out in record levels, just like they came in record levels. I want to thank Tom Homan and Kristi, who was just she's doing a fantastic job, governor of South Dakota, and Tom Homan, you know.
Okay, and then Donald Trump says that he put Elon Musk in charge of Doge, which directly contradicts an affidavit submitted under oath by the Trump administration to say that Elon Musk is not in charge of Doge and that Elon Musk was actually just a special advisor to Donald Trump, but was not controlling Doge. Donald Trump just threw Elon Musk under the bus. I wonder if the lawyers in that case are going to try to now call Elon Musk in to testify in court. Play this clip.
I signed an order creating the Department of Government Efficiency and put a man named Elon Musk in charge. Thank you, Elon, for doing it. Thank you very much. And he's doing a great job.
Now, never normalize this. This is what Donald Trump is doing this afternoon. He made posts like this. Congestion pricing is dead. Manhattan and all of New York is saved. Long live the king. And then the White House official account reposted that with a fake Time magazine cover that says Trump and has a crown on his head. And it says, long live the king. And this refers to the Trump administration trying to stop a New York and New York City programming to try to help with the flow of traffic into the city and to raise funds that the city of New York and the state of New York said was going successful. There was a deal made with the federal government under the Biden administration, and Donald Trump ordered it unilaterally canceled, that the deal should be broken. And, New York is not following those orders right now, but Donald Trump is saying that he's now saved New York for doing that. And he's posting photographs of himself as a king with a crown on his head. Yes, folks, it is utterly deranged. And this follows Donald Trump posting this morning multiple posts and statements referring to President Zelensky of Ukraine as a dictator and threatening Zelensky that he, quote, better move fast or he is not going to have a country left. Donald Trump then spread other Russia propaganda as well about Ukraine stealing all of this money from the United States. I'm reminded of this quote, though, from Game of Thrones, quote, any man who must say, I am the king is no true king. Donald Trump's posts both about Ukraine and saying that he's a king, to me, it comes from a place of total and utter weakness. You can see the weakness and desperation in the post. He thought that President Zelensky of Ukraine was going to be bullied. Trump thought that Europe was going to be bullied and that they were just going to back down. And they're not. Europe is standing up. Zelensky is standing up. So now Donald Trump is trying to further bully Zelensky and to pursue other talking points and strategies fed to Donald Trump by Vladimir Putin, which is to say that Zelensky needs to hold an election immediately, that he's not a legitimate leader of Ukraine. Now, let me just show you this video that Vladimir Putin released moments ago, where he's he is speaking to Donald Trump in this video, saying that Trump needs to go harder on Europe right now and apply more pressure to attack Europe and to attack Ukraine. You can see how easily Putin is playing Donald Trump here. Here, play this clip.
This was done. But honestly, I am surprised by the restraint of the newly elected President of the United States, Trump, regarding his allies who behaved in such, let's say, a rude manner. He still behaves quite politely towards them, but they do not hold back. After all, if we talk about the Ukrainian settlement, the United States is working with with European allies. Mr. Kellogg, as far as I know, is currently in Kyiv, right? Before this, he met with Europeans. Now, the president of France is going to Washington.
I mean, is it so completely obvious what's going on there? Meanwhile, Donald Trump announced that he will be speaking at an investment conference in Miami, sponsored by the Saudi government entities, an address that comes as the Trump organization seeks to expand its real estate empire in Saudi Arabia, and Trump looks to strengthen his ties with the Middle East partner. Remember, Saudi Arabia, I guess, purported to host that mediation. I say purported because what the hell was that if you cut Ukraine and Europe out, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia yesterday, where the United States and Russia negotiated directly with each other. And it seemed that they were trying to ally with each other against Europe and Ukraine. But Donald Trump is, I guess, Saudi first right now, and he's trying to bolster his own business. Donald Trump has also spent the entire day today golfing over and over again and making people clap for him at his golf course while he tees off. And while all of this is happening, it should be noted that there was yet another plane crash, this one at a regional airport in Arizona. As Donald Trump was golfing, two planes crashed into each other. 2 people were killed in the plane crash. And so, to be clear, I think we're talking about the 9th crash now since the Trump administration took over. And as I said, one of the things they're trying to do in the Trump administration, the same way they've normalized school shootings, they want to normalize air crashes and plane crashes as well, and say that there's planes crash all the time, which is not true. And then they lie and say, planes crashed more under Biden than Trump, which again is totally false. But here's Trump's transportation secretary, Sean Duffy, who got famous on the Real World Road Rules Challenge. Here he says, planes crash. It's just what happens. Here, play this clip.
But again, air crashes happen, but they were more under Biden than Donald Trump. But the point here is we want to get to a place where we have 0 crashes. We don't want people to die in aircraft, which is why what I've done is focus on how do you upgrade the system. But Will, you look at what's happened, the airspace around DCA, that was allowed to stay open under the last administration. The inspections that were done of the aircraft that have crashed, that was done under the last administration. So it is rich that they would come at this administration for the mistakes that they've made and blame us for the crashes. We're going to fix what they refused to fix over the course of their 4 years. And that's the mission of this department.
As I'm sure you've been seeing lately, the Midas Touch network has been growing a lot. And as we grow, I don't want to be in expense chaos as we have to handle invoices from reporters and freelancers. And so how do I keep track of all of our receipts and all of those things? I use Ramp. Ramp is a free corporate card that automates your entire expense process. So the moment your team makes a purchase, Ramp handles everything: receipt matching, categorization, approvals, the works. For most companies, finance teams spend about 80% of their time doing tactical busy work like chasing down expenses and reconciling statements, and only 20% on the high value strategic thinking. Ramp flips that equation. It's a free corporate card that handles all the tedious financial operations automatically, so your finance team can focus on what actually moves the needle, like forecasting, strategic planning, and driving growth. It's easy to switch to Ramp. For new members, Ramp offers complimentary white glove onboarding onboarding services to help you migrate from your current corporate card to start using Ramp. Plus, you'll get a free metal card to use. It's impressive, tactile upgrade. Don't wait. Switch to Ramp now. It's like hiring a full-time employee just for expense management, only easier. Over 25,000 businesses trust Ramp, including Shopify and the Boys and Girls Club of America, which is why they were just named the #1 in spend management by G2. And now, for a limited time, listeners of this show can get $250 when you join Ramp. Just go to ramp.com/Midas. That's ramp.com/Midas, ramp.com/Midas. Card issued by Sutton Bank. I think you'll see why Ramp has made our lives here at the Midas Touch Network, as we grow, more efficient and more organized. I think you'll enjoy it. So again, check it out. It is ramp.com/Midas. Meanwhile, you have the Trump official rapid response team also spewing Russian propaganda. In America, we hold a presidential election every 4 years, even during wartime. We held an election during the Civil War. We held an election during World War II. Before President Zelensky decides to lecture the Americans again, he should hold an election too, to which then Elon Musk responded, Zelensky cannot claim to represent the will of the people of Ukraine unless he restores freedom of the press and stops canceling elections. That is quite literally verbatim the Russian talking point that is being spewed by a co-president of the United States and the official accounts of the White House and other American accounts as well. While all of this is going on, folks, we're learning that, and this is from our friend Greg Sargent over at New Republic. He's a great writer. The Trump-Musk cuts just resulted in the firing of numerous top researchers at NIH's Center for Combating Alzheimer's. They predict big setbacks to fight dementia. This cause was once championed by Republicans, but not anymore. President Zelensky just wrote, "Thank you for your support, reaching out to the world and trying to stay strong." As Dylan Williams writes, though, Trump has not even been in office for a month, and Americans are already legitimately wondering if 1, it is safe to fly, 2, they will be able to buy eggs, 3, we are going to invade a NATO ally, 4, common prescriptions will be banned, 5, their Social Security payment will arrive. Will it arrive or not? We're learning from the New York Times, the IRS is beginning laying off roughly 6,000 employees on Thursday. They're looking to further gut the IRS. As our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski, writes, the third day in a row on the golf course while Musk runs the country. He didn't even know yesterday that the head of the Social Security Administration resigned and didn't know SpaceX employees were working at the FAA and Department of Defense. And he claimed Medicaid wasn't being cut when it's being cut massively right there. And so this is what continues to go on right in front of us. Now, I'll show you this video right here as well. This is from Senator Thune, the Republican leader of the Senate. And Senator Thune is asked, would you call Zelensky a dictator as Donald Trump does? And you'll see how cowardly Thune is, refusing to answer the question. Play this clip.
Would you call Ukrainian President Zelensky a dictator as President Trump has?
Well, I like I said, the president speaks for himself. What I want to see is a peaceful result, a peaceful outcome. And I think right now there's a negotiation going on, and let's see where that ultimately leads. Hopefully it'll get to the outcome we all want to see.
Further, Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski says the following to Morgan Rimmer after Donald Trump called Zelensky a dictator, quote, I would like to see that in context because I would certainly never refer to Zelensky as a dictator. As our editor-in-chief Ron Filipkowski writes, the context is that Trump is Putin's bitch. Just take a look right here. Our friend Brian Tyler Cohen made this graphic right here, which shows Trump gut the FAA. Trump disbands the Aviation Security Advisory Committee on January 22nd, declares he has ended DEI and restored excellence in safety in air travel. On January 23rd, plane crash in Columbia, California. January 29th, first commercial plane crash in 16 years over Washington, D.C. 67 people died. January 31st, plane crash in Philadelphia. February 1st, plane crashes in Texas. February 5th, Japan Airlines plane strikes Delta flight on runway in Seattle. February 5th, plane crashes in Arkansas. February 6th, air flight disappears over Alaska with 10 people on board, later all found dead. February 10th, plane crashes in Scottsdale, Arizona. February 12th, military fighter jet crashes in San Diego Bay. February 15th, Trump fires hundreds of FAA employees. February 15th, plane crashes in Florida. February 15th, plane crashes in Georgia. February 16th, 2 planes crash in Texas. February 17th, plane departing from Minnesota crashes in Toronto. February 19th, plane crashes in Arizona today. We'll keep you posted with more here in the Midas Touch Network. It's your update so far. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 5 million subscribers, and thank you for watching.
Can't get enough Midas? Check out the Midas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MidasPlus.com.